The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until the ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. I loved the book Where the Wild Things Are when I was young, and now I read it to my son. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws till Max said, "Be still." My favorite Maurice Sendak book is Outside Over There, which I just loved when I was a little girl. And I was reading it again when I was pregnant with my first child and ended up actually naming our daughter after the main character, who's a little girl who goes to rescue her baby sister from the goblins. And it just has amazing pictures and a classic, kind of dark Maurice Sendak plot about the little girl whose papa is away at sea. It's a great book.
And then I'm going to go to my favorite part, where he says, "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Because here's where you actually get all the cool pictures of the wild rumpus. And when I was a little boy, I used to try over and over and over again to draw this guy with the horns, and I always failed.
"Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. I just remember sitting on my mom's lap and her reading it to me. Definitely brings back good memories.
Was that before or after the tattoos?
That was actually before the tattoos.
But the wild things cried, "Oh, please, don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." I have read this to my kids. This was not their favorite book. They were a little afraid of it in the beginning.
I loved this story. I did love this story, but I loved Pierre, Who Did Not Care, was my personal favorite. And I felt like his getting eaten by the lion was an important cautionary tale for me as a child. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him, and it was still hot.